right, let's see if I got this to work, guys. I don't know. I might be talking to myself. Do I? Do I? Do I? Okay. I guess this works. Let me lower the volume. Okay. I guess this works. Let me lower my own volume so I don't hear myself. All right. Hi, Janet. All right. I got to remember that I'm working upside down. So let me just get myself grounded here a little bit. And then give it a few minutes. Got my hot glue gun. And my flowers. All my leftover flowers that I abandoned. And I think these are the ones that we're going to work with. Hi, China. How are you, hon? Thanks for stopping in. I hope everyone's having a great Friday afternoon. Oh, my hubby's on. Lifestyle change with Larry is my husband, guys. Hi, Isabel. How are you, mamas? Just gonna give it a few more minutes. I'm not gonna stay on long. A lot of you have asked how I did these flowers for a swap that I was a part of with Crafting with Isabel and Mom to Create, which was a spring and Easter swap. And I had such a great time creating for my partner. And when I thought everything out, it always seemed like it's a great idea when it's in your head. And then when you start putting it all together, it kind of gets, it turns out to be bigger than what you had planned. But nonetheless, it was fun. I enjoyed it. And then people asked me about these flowers that I had created. This is actually one of them that I didn't finish. Oh, well, actually, that I didn't need. Let me apologize now. Loki tends to get a little excited. So if you hear him barking in the background, I am so, so sorry. So this flower was actually a free design that is available for download from Scan and Cut. Scan and Cut is similar to Cricut, but the designing on the Scan and Cut is a little bit more challenging and very limited. But these designs were actually free to download. So if you have a Scan and Cut, I would suggest logging in or registering with them because they do offer a lot of projects that you can create yourself. And not sometimes the project may appeal to you, but maybe something in the project. Like for this one, it was the flowers. And then you just take and cut out what you like. So these flowers actually came in two sizes. They were, and there he goes. They were the big ones, which looked like um, hearts, and then they were the smaller ones that look like this. Each part is easy to identify, and when they're put together, they look beautiful. So if this is a smaller one, you can imagine the scale of what the big one would look like. So I did start building one here, but I'm going to do one from scratch with you guys. So that's what they look like so far. Everyone seemed to love the flowers. Yeah, Loki is part of the family, Johnny. He is. Um, so I did have some inked. I'm gonna do one of each with you guys from beginning to end, and show you exactly what I used. So for the stem, I actually use these bamboo skewers. I've had them for a long, long time, as you can tell from the packaging. And I've actually added some other um, like knitting needles and that kind of stuff that I can use for my projects. So I just kind of kept them all there. But this was actually my stem of my flower. Now, when I built them like this, I didn't put a hole because I knew these were going to be mounted on my project. But the ones that I wanted to put on a stem, I had to create a hole there. So I'll do that first before we move on to anything else. So this is my We Are Memory Keepers eyelet, um, I guess, crimper. And all I did was use the hole punch. And then you eye it. So let me do one with you guys that is not inked. And we can put these on a stem. So each flower has 3 pieces. So you have the 5 petal, you have the 4 petal, you have the 3 petal, and then you have your center pieces, which are the smaller ones like this. So I'll find the purple ones in a minute. And then all we're going to do is you have a little latch there. I don't know if you guys can see it. And then we're going to fold those down. So this way you can get a better idea of where your center hole is. And you do that for all the parts. Like that. And then all I did was eyeball. There's no science to it, just where I needed my hole to be. And you do that for all of them in the center. So let me try and stay in frame for you guys. It's a little short, I can't see. All right, and then we'll do the last one. Now you can choose to leave it exactly like this. I liked it with a little bit more shadowing. It gave it a better effect. Yes, the colors are pretty, Janet, these pastel colors, and they're not my comfort zone, but I did enjoy working with them. Now, use whatever inks you have in your stash. For my yellow ones, this is what I used. It was the lightest green that I had, but also not too dark of a green. And believe it or not, it gave me this effect on the yellow, which I thought was great because when you mold it together, it gives it a nice little dimension. For the blue, I went a little darker. I went with a faded jean, which is almost like not a light blue, but a medium blue. And then I didn't have any purples. Now these ink cubes, I don't even know where I got them. They don't even have a brand. It says Patrician Purple. It was purple enough for me. And then I used a pink, and this is actually Fuchsia Rose. So these are the colors that I used. Use what you have, test it. If you like the result, then just go with it. So I didn't put much thought into how I inked them. I mean, it really didn't matter because they were going to get scrunched up anyway. Make sure I got my baby wipes. And all I did was just come in either any which way it came. However it turned out, it turned out. Because once we fold them and mold them, all of that is going to get meshed and turned around. So don't overthink it, just do it. And I kind of did these assembly line. I didn't do each flower individually. I just kind of inked them all, and then I pieced them all together, and then I did all the stems, and it just made it easier for me. Um, or whichever way. Thank you. Really? I don't even think about it, Isabel. I just rub, 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 and however it turns out, it turns out. So that was that process. So you can see. Now bring them up closer. I don't know. If the lighting is bad, guys, let me know. Maybe I'll turn it. Oh, that might be too bright. I don't know. You guys let me know. So that's how that turned out. Now you can either do glue, wet glue, to seal them like that, or you can do hot glue. My only recommendation with hot glue is be careful because it is hot and it's such a small space. I just wanted to make this hole just a little bit bigger to work with. I did burn myself a few times. Okay. And just want to make sure I double check the holes to make sure that my stick is going to fit through. But before we even do that, we're going to curl the petals. Did I miss anyone? No. All right. So now this paper that I chose has texture on one side and is non-textured on the other. I chose to have the texture side facing up. It's your personal preference, how you want it. I know I said it for demonstrations, but if I'm going to put this flower together, I'm going to keep it, guys. Use it for another project. And again, your preference. One side you want to ink, or the other side stays plain, or whether you want to ink it at all. It's okay. I just like this effect. All right. So now we're just going to curve the edges. So now you decide, do you want your flower facing down? This is curved up, so you can see the kind of effect that it gives you. So it'll just kind of scoot all into itself. More like this. That's what it'll look like once you start putting them together. Or maybe you want them half up and half down. With this one, I started with all of them up and then I came back and curved some of them down. So it's your choice how you want to play with it. Don't laugh, hot glue hurts. So I am going to go with the pattern in. And I don't go too crazy. Kind of turning them all in. And guys, if you see me flinch or anything like that, I have a bad thumb. It looks like it's arthritis. So I'm trying to do this as fast as I can before my finger decides to give up on me. So this is what it's looking like so far. See the effect? So we're just going to do that real quick. Loki wants to say something to the motorcycle that's running by. And all you're going to do is just hold it there till it dries. Makes sense? So far, so good. Am I going too fast? That's that one. Let me know if I'm going too fast, guys. And then the next one, we're going to glue together. So let me get some hot glue. I think I need another stick. So we're going underneath. Now with this one, I think I'm going to test it and mix match So I have some of the texture up, some of the texture down. There we go. And this is where my nails come in handy. When you put too much glue, I end up using my nail. Okay, so we got that one. And then this is our last one. So just a dab of glue. I tend to be heavy-handed with the glue. And I don't have one of those precision tip ones. Is that what they're called? Precision tip? Oh, thank you. Yeah, Loki wants to let everyone know he's here. So this is what we got so far, guys. Now you can layer this as many times as you want. Originally, it is a 5-layer flower. So I am going to make it a 5-layer flower. And when I say 5 layers, it's 2 of the larger petal and then 1 each scaling down as you go. So we're going to make it nice and full. What happened, honey? What happened? I guess he don't like what he hears in the hallway. He'll be all right. He'll be okay. So that's what, yeah, quick. And I didn't worry in the beginning. I was trying to be very careful on making it even. Hey, Elsa. Hi, mamas. Hi, Liza. How you ladies doing tonight? I try to be even, but when I started piecing them together, you don't even know. You don't even see it. So, and I actually like the texture because once you start adding all the additional embellishments on it, it actually gave it a little bit more shadowing and more dimension to it. So I love the effect overall. So if you decide to try it, I would love to see how it turns out. But let's see. My well-loved glue gun. Put a little too much glue there. So I'm going to scale that back a little bit and then piece it together. Now, all right, so those are our 5-layer flowers. So I'm going to just curve this out just a little bit. So you can play with it. You can use your bone folder. You can do it with a dowel if you have it and you feel more comfortable gripping that. You see it curves the paper just fine. Use what you have, guys. We're crafters. We figure it out along the way. Now, for my centerpiece, before we really start building it, for my centerpiece and the ones that I made for Norma Lisa, I used a bead. And when I put it together, I actually used E6000 to put it together. And actually, that's one that I did without a bead. You can use sea beads in the middle. You can put whatever you have. I put beads in them, some of them. I mixed them all around. And I had it. Oh, here it goes. So originally, I prepped these ahead of time. You take your bead of choice. If I wanted to, I could. If I had a blue in the shade that I would have preferred. Yeah, she liked them. Thank you. Hi, Brian. Right, Brian? How are you? Um, you can change the colors around. I preferred the white because I thought it stood out more. I originally used E6000 when I did mine and let them sit overnight because I just felt that they would be more reliable. But I didn't prep one ahead of time, so I'm just going to do the hot glue and pray I don't burn myself. So I'm just going to cheat and grab some from the stem. And then we're going to glue that in there for now. So that's the start of it, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, ladies. Thank you, everyone. I think my husband might have escaped. He is upstate with family, but I appreciate him jumping in and showing me some love. Um, there's just one more piece I'm gonna bring out. You know, I feel brave today. Let's see what we got. Okay. So for the smaller ones, these are the centerpieces that we're supposed to use for it. That's what cuts out with the design. I think I might want to change that to a different color. I wish I had some white ones cut out because I thought that would look cute if we inked the edges for it. And got a little inventive with it, but I guess we're gonna stay in the colors that it says. They're looking good already, right? For me, because I did so many and I wanted the flowers for Norma's project to be the predominant point because of spring, I did a lot. Um, I will tell you that they're easy to put together, but it does take a little work. And I I kind of did a lot of them, and you can see I cut a whole bunch. But ooh, sorry guys. Let's see who that is. So sorry. Elsa, actually, this may be the package you said I should be receiving. That's what it might be. Loki, come here, honey. Come here, baby. Sorry, ladies. Give me 1 second. In the meantime, say hi, Loki. Say hi. You're going to say hi? You're not going to look at the camera? You're not going to say hi? I guess not. I guess somebody just wanted to ring my buzzer. Anyway, so as we were, sorry about that interruption, guys. The boys kind of left me. And hubby's away. The dogs are hanging out with me and with us. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So all I did was curve that in a little bit. You can see. And then this is where you really have to be careful because this is when we're going to start molding our flower. And this is where it gets a little tricky. I strongly suggest to take your time when you do it. Remember, not every flower in the universe is perfect, so neither does ours have to be. So all I did was put just a line of glue in the middle and let that be my starting point and just squeeze. So when you squeeze, just be careful not to burn yourself. Yes, I have finger dabbers, but I find them hard to work with for something this small and this fidgety. So I hope the lighting is okay. So that's that one. Now we're going to do the same thing to the next one. And then with this one, I kind of went on the edges as well as the center, and I'll show you in a minute. Kind of spread your glue because you want some of these petals to catch, the glue to catch on the one you just mounted. And we're just going to offset that just a little bit. And then we're going to squeeze some more. See that? And then you just got to hold it till it dries. So we have that one, and we're down to the last one. And then this one is going to be, again, all around. Okay, I'll show you what that looks like. Can you see that? Right. And then this is going to be the one that closes your center bud closed. And then again, careful not to burn yourself. There we go. All right, Elsa. Thank you, Mama. No worries. I know you got family. No worries, Mama. Thank you for stopping in, honey. All right. So that's our butt. Now we're going to start building our petals. So the next one that will come in is the 3. And this is when I say check your holes to make sure, but you can always squeeze it in. Now you can opt to glue each individual one as you go. I did do that for some. I didn't have to for all, but it's your choice. So we have that so far, right? And then you go to your next layer. And that's your next layer. It's looking so pretty. And then, of course, Janet put in my head about the tool. So I actually have some tool here. Let me cut a piece off. And I'm the type of person that once you put an idea in my head, it stays there. I can't let it go. I have to try it. And the effect that it gave, it was amazing. So when I build these flowers from here on in, they will always have this tool. All I did was take a strip. You're going to give it a haircut anyway. I just kind of pushed it through. So that's what we have. And then put your last layer. Now my last layer I will glue, but I just want to show you the effect that it gives. Can you see that? Isn't that pretty? Absolutely gorgeous. Right? So let me glue that in place, and then we're going to add our leaves. So I just bring down the one layer. Right? And we're just going to add a little bit of glue around the base here. So I have to bring it just a little closer to me, just so it can catch. So it looks like that. See that? And then just be mindful of the positioning of your petals, because now it's glue and it's going to stick. That's it. You come around with your scissors and give it a little haircut. So all I did was go on the outer layer. Again, nothing needs to be perfect, but sorry guys, I have to look at it. And that's what it looked like. Isn't it cute? And this is a smaller one. Now for the leaves, it does cut out the leaves for you. And the way these leaves cut out, it cuts out with perforations. I chose not to use them. I just wanted to curve them my own way, and bend them my own way. I like leaves when they stick down. So just add some glue and just kind of figure out exactly where you want to put it. So for the bigger ones, I believe I put 2 leaves. For the little one, I put 1. And that's it, guys. You can put it there. If you want, you can put it. Now, I don't think you guys want to see me roll the stem, right? But you get your floral wire, cut it down to the size that you feel comfortable with, that you want, and then just wrap it in floral wire. If you wanted to, you can put them under the flowers themselves, or you can glue them to the stems themselves, if that's what you wanted to do. The choice is yours, and the possibilities are endless. I made it a little easy because I made so many. I know how to make them with my eyes closed now. It wasn't so easy when I started, trust me. But that's the little one. The bigger one is the same process. So it's 2 of the 5 petals, 1 of the 4, And I don't know if I have the 3. Oh no, I don't have the 3. We'll do it in purple. Yeah, we'll do it in purple. Although the yellow is really pretty, really, really pretty. So that's the 5. That's the 4. Actually, maybe not purple. We'll do it in blue. Okay. So we'll do it in blue. Same process. This one I'm going to do flat. I won't do the stem. These actually go a lot faster. So I did the 2 with the 5. Hi, Martha. How are you? Welcome. Thanks for stopping by. I'm just taking a moment and showing these flowers that I use for a swatch using a free SVG file from Scan and Cut. It's available to download for free, so I took advantage of it. And they made some beautiful, beautiful flowers. I'm actually interested in, and maybe if anybody has tried it, taking a Scan and Cut file that's available for download and tried it on their Cricut. I'm curious to see if anyone has tried that. So if you have, let me know. I'll come back and comment on the video. I haven't tried it yet, but it's on my to-do list to try. Let you know if someone else has already done it. That'll motivate me to want to do it even faster. All right, so we're going to glue these together. How did I curve this one? I curved this one the wrong way. I'm going to glue these together. Like I said, it go really quick now. I think it's harder to get them on the stem than it is to get them mounted together. I'm going to hold that there real quick. Hope everyone had a great day today. The weather was beautiful. Oh, I have a little too much glue there. So let's take some of that away. Let's make sure. Okay. The weather was beautiful. It was almost 80 degrees here in New York. But it was a nice little breeze that it felt more like it was in the 60s. Very sunny. It really felt like spring today. Okay, that's the second layer. Now, if you want to, you can start mounting these together. I like to, I like to do them assembly line. So do all my gluing and then do all, I don't know, it just makes it seem like I'm getting somewhere. Now, the bad part about spring, I don't know if you guys saw that fly by. I have a fly in the house. So, you know, as soon as I'm done with this live, me and this fly are going to fight. One of us got to go. And it's not going to be me, ladies. It is not going to be me. Have I seen Sheila make flowers? Country Girl first. I've seen Sheila make a lot of flowers. Lots and lots of flowers. She does some very pretty flowers. I haven't seen any from her lately, but I have seen them. I love Sheila's style. She's vintage, almost like a shabby chic. Yes, Janet, it was beautiful today. She does like a shabby chic style. I love it. And I believe I have to do a little catching up with her. I believe the last video that I saw of her was the altered frames that she picked up, Martha. That might have been a while ago. I believe she picked them up from Hobby Lobby. And they turned out beautiful. Now, a lot of people ask me how I work with my nails, as long as they are. You kind of get used to them, and they also become great buffers for the hot glue. Today, perfect day to shop. Shh, I'm hoping that tomorrow will be nice. I'm off. It would be a perfect day to shop. All right, so we have those already in place. You can see what it's starting to look like. So I'm going to start building them. This is where it gets tricky. The centers, the way these are supposed to be made, is supposed to curve into each other. So you're actually gluing that together. Now, if you had stamens, that would make an amazing flower to put the stamens in the inside. So I'm going to try that the next time I make these flowers, to add the stamens inside. But this is when this gets really tricky. I think I did maybe 2 or 3 making the flowers the way they were intended. And I gave myself such a bad burn that I opted not to. And that's when I started doing it like this. Leaving the center out, coffee time, leaving the center out and just either filling it with seed beads or a bead. See how I left that one empty? They do get tricky, and they can be very hot. I'm going to attempt to do it this time. Let's see. I think Larry left. He went to be with his family. That's okay. He might catch the replay. Yeah, so no, let's not talk about shopping. So I'm going to give it a shot, guys. Pray I don't burn myself. So let's see. Let's see if I can get them to turn into each other. So we're going to start by folding this one in half. All right. And kind of building it upon itself. And then just curving it as we go. So let me let that dry. AJ, you okay? You don't have to be super quiet. It's okay. Everybody here got families. We all got kids. We're all good. Thank you, though. I appreciate you. And then we're going to add the last one. So you can kind of see how it's molding. So let's see if we can get the last of it in here. Let's see. So we're going to come in a little bit closer and kind of get that in, and then kind of manipulate it around to get that turn that you want, that you're happy with. So we're going to keep turning, 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 turning until we get that overlap. And it kind of looks like a little bud, like that. So this is the fidgety part of it. But it is a very pretty effect. So let me just glue this down while I got it molded. It is a very pretty effect to it. So there it is. And then let me not burn myself. Kind of get it to curve back in. So there we go. And it's worth it if you have the patience to do it. I really don't most of the time. I'm being honest, ladies. Don't judge me. But that's the bud. And then now we're just going to glue each piece into the center of each piece. So for these, I opted to move the opposite way. Just kind of build it the way it's supposed to be built. Oh, my cat wanted to say hi, and Loki is saying hi back. So there we have that. And then we're going to take the next layer, which is our 4. And then we're going to add some glue in the middle. Now, in this one, I tend to be a little more generous because I know it goes all the way in, but I also wanted to catch a little bit on the sides. so it doesn't move or come off, if you guys understand what I'm saying. So we're just gonna hold that there. This is what we have so far. Doesn't look like much, but we're gonna fix it and we're gonna make it all pretty. So there we have that. Ooh, I can't squeeze with that finger. Give me a second, guys. I gotta squeeze with this finger. All right. So there we have that one. All right. Those are our layers so far. And then we're gonna build the last two. This one I go a little bit more wider. And then we're gonna offset that like that. Sorry guys, I tend to have a lot of stuff on my desk when I work because I never know what I'm gonna grab. And then we're gonna build the last one. Now for this one, if you wanted to add tulle, you can do that as well. Just add it before you add your last layer. So we're gonna do that. And I think I'm going to put the glue first. Baby, honey, come here, baby. Come here, tough guy. You really think he's tough for a little Yorkie. And then we're gonna add that there. Come here, baby boy. uh, Hi, Carrie. I'm sorry. I was so into molding the center of this flower, I kind of lost myself. Believe it or not, you do get used to it. So there we are. There goes the flower. You guys see? Now, here you can add a bead if you want to. Do I have an extra bead? I think I do. It might not match, but just so you guys can see. Oh, I have a gold one I can use. And you would glue that in there. If you had stamens, you can add that in there. Or you can do a cluster of sea beads and do that in there. I actually like the gold in there, so I'm going to go with the gold. So I'm just going to drop just a little bit of glue in there, not a lot. And for as hard as I try to keep the holes from appearing on the top, it never kind of falls in that way. But I guess because I'm with you guys, the universe is working with me because I try not to show the hole when I can. Sometimes I drop it and it doesn't work out. Then we're going to just give and you can leave it if you like the little square ends on the tool. If you wanted to, you can leave it or you can round them off. I like them rounded. It's your personal choice. So there we have that. And then this is the fun part where you can kind of start bending your flower to your personal liking, whichever way you want it to be. If you want it to be more open, you can even do these where they're layered around, or if you like them to be more like closed in, you can just give it a nice little squeeze and have it curved in. I actually like it that way. And then of course, your leaves, you can add them after. I think these would look really pretty with the gold bead on the inside and the gold leaves on the outside. I think that would look really, really pretty. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I've had lots of practice. Thank you so much. But now, side by side, you can kind of see the difference in the sizes. So this is a smaller one. And then this is the larger one. but they're both pretty. They really are pretty. And then once I mounted everything together and I put it on my project, I use these pearl drops from Little Birdie. These are my absolute favorites. I'm sorry if it's upside down. Maybe I should turn it that way. These are my absolute favorites. And this actually dries really, really clear. Thank you. um, and it's just such a beautiful effect. So what I did was I waited until I put it all on my project, and I wanted the to almost look like dewdrops and like rain and water on them. So when they first go on, they look really cloudy. They dry pretty fast depending on how generous you are. So I kind of just threw them wherever I thought water might catch, and then just let them dry. So they're cloudy now, but when they dry, they're gonna dry super clear like water. These are my absolute favorites. Favorite, favorite, favorite. So since I have this one, I might as well do this one as well. Huh? Yeah, go ahead, honey. You're good. So I'm just adding them here and there. Whatever you like. I would add a few and then go back and add some more. But that's it, guys. That's how I did the flowers. Thank you, Isabel. Thank you, Jenny. Thank you. Thank you so, so much. Thank you, Carrie. They are pretty. I love them. I love them. I won't make them for a while. I haven't made them since the swap, and the swap was back in the beginning of the month. So this is the first time that I've actually come back to make these flowers because everyone kept asking about them. So here they are. These are the flowers. So I've got to prop this one up off to the side. So there you go, guys. It takes a little finagling. There's no science to it. It's whatever you like. But they are very, very pretty and very dimensional. They really, for some big projects, they would work beautifully. Um, I'm curious to see how these will look in Christmas colors. And since I'm crafting for Christmas. Oh, thank you, Janet. Thank you for stopping by. Thanks for watching. Have a good night, mamas. So does anybody have a scan and cut? I'm curious. I'm gonna try to see if I can take that file and bring it into the Cricut design space and see if it'll work that way. Um, Super curious about that. So I'll let you guys know. Thank you guys for all the thumbs up. Oh my goodness, you guys are amazing. Thank you. Just catching up. Make sure I didn't miss anybody. This is not bad. How long have I been on? Um, Long enough for my watch to tell me to stand up. um, so if no one has any questions, oh, thank you, Martha. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I'm horrible at tutorials. I really, really am. I try. Um, I've also been told at work I'm a horrible trainer because I go super fast, but I do try. But thank you for watching. If there's anything else that you guys, any questions that you might have when this goes up on my channel, just drop it in the comments and I'll answer whatever questions. I might come back and do a video for an update to see if I can take the scan and cut file and move it over into the Cricut design space because I know a lot of us use Cricut It's the more popular machine, so we'll be experimenting with that, and I'll let you guys know if you can, because I don't recall seeing a video of anyone talking about it. All right, ladies, so I am going to jump off. Thank you so much for hopping on. I hope you guys stay blessed, stay healthy, have a wonderful night, a fabulous weekend. If you're having good weather, try to go out, enjoy. Um, and I'll talk to you guys real soon. You guys are amazing. Have a blessed night. Bye.